This Saturday, we're gonna witness a battle for the history books. Something barbershops will discuss for generations to come. The Battle of the Yokes.
Kamaru! The Nigerian Nightmare! Usman!
And Joaquin. The sheer juiciness in this fight should be illegal. Here's a fun fact for you guys. Neither Usman nor Buckley have ever tested positive for PEDs. And do you guys know Michal Oleksichuk? Well, he has tested positive for PEDs. Make of that what you will. You know, Joaquin Buckley's been on a tear lately, but he has been beating on some senior citizens though. In his last two fights, he fought an off-the-couch, washed 37-year-old Colby Covington and a 41-year-old, way out of his prime, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. And now, he's fighting yet another senior citizen, a potentially washed 38-year-old Kamaru Usman. I like Buckley. He's been very exciting. He's been feeding the fans with some fire finishes. However, I see what you're doing, my friend. Don't think you're slick about it. Don't think you're being slick about it. Because I can see right through you, bro. I see right through you. But, you know, I understand. Don't blame the player. Blame the game. When he fought Wonderboy was ranked number 9 at the time. And when he fought Colby was ranked number 6. And Saturday, he's fighting Kamaru Usman, who's currently ranked number 5 in the world. Even though he's fighting fossils, they're still high-ranked opponents. So I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? Like, game is game. I too would rather fight older, out-of-prime guys who are also highly ranked, instead of fighting Shavkat Rakhmonov, for instance. If Buckley was fighting a prime Kamaru Usman, then I think Usman probably would have won, but it would have been a hard-fought win regardless. After watching film, I realized Buckley is a hard fight for Usman, period. Especially now that he's coming back after almost 2 years without fighting. I'm worried for Usman. We know that he has bad knees. Add on to that ring rust from a 2-year layoff, I fear we might get another old man beating. Buckley presents some severe danger to Kamaru Usman. Danger to the likes Usman has never seen before. A well-rounded fighter with power, crisp combinations, good takedown defense, and crazy athleticism. I genuinely see a scenario where Buckley sends Usman packing into retirement. The way Usman shoots, I think won't be hard for Buckley to defend. By now, it is common knowledge that Usman has no knees, so he's not going to be shooting any blast doubles or high-impact takedowns, so take that off the board. Usman usually goes for snatch singles into a high crotch or takedowns against the fence. He ain't snatching no high singles on Buckley. Buckley showed very good takedown defense in the open against Colby, who still has his knees and does wrestle blast doubles. It was when Colby had Buckley against the fence that he was able to get the takedown, and even that only happened once. Every other attempt against the cage, Buckley was able to defend with ease. While taking down, Buckley also displayed some really good get-ups. Colby wasn't able to establish any dominant position to deal some damage or to attempt a submission. And speaking of submissions, that's something Buckley doesn't need to fear when going to the ground with Usman. Now that I said that, watch Usman get a sub. That would be the icing on the cake. But back to the breakdown, I would even encourage Buckley to shoot on Usman. Especially with those bad knees and his own athleticism, he might have a good chance to take Usman down. Usman has shown in the past that if you can get him on his back, he's pretty much neutralized. It happened against Leon and most recently against Hamza Chimaev. Of course, getting him down is the challenge. But again, like I mentioned, with Usman's bad knees, it's going to be hard for him to effectively sprawl on takedowns. And on the ground, Buckley has shown some menacing ground and pound. The way he was cracking Colby in the face made me think he owed him some lunch money or some. He was teeing off. If Buckley manages to get Usman on his back, that could very well be the beginning of the end. On the feet, I think it's a mismatch. Buckley put on an absolute clinic against Colby Covington. The same Colby, by the way, that Usman went to war with twice. Buckley literally knocked out Wonderboy, for crying out loud. All Usman has for Buckley on the feet is a jab. Usman does have one of the best jabs in the welterweight division. We all saw what he did to Burns. However, so does Buckley. His jab against Colby was cracked. Absolutely cracked. Bro was looking like prime Muhammad Ali in there. Doubling up on the jab, then going to the body with the right hook. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You don't see that often in MMA. How many times do you see fighters doubling up on their jab? It's only when a Joshua Van or a Giga Chad Jack de la Madalena comes along that you realize that. Anyways, back to Buckley. Something I think can be very effective against Usman are his blitzes, specifically when he goes to the body as well. If he can get in the pocket and rip those combinations, that's where I think he can catch Usman with a big shot and put him down. In the pocket, Usman's boxing isn't nearly as effective as at range. His best weapon is his jab, and if you take that away, you essentially eliminate his threat. For as good as his straight punches are, Usman's hooks are subpar. They're not that good. Look at this exchange with Hamza. Bro is winging arm punches. He used to be a former champion, and he's winging arm punches in the pocket. Compare this with Buckley, and it's night and day. Buckley's biggest weakness on the feet is head kicks. And head kicks is a tool that Usman does not possess. He's primarily a boxer that uses the occasional teep, which alongside his excellent jab can help him keep Buckley off of him. However, that'll only buy him a limited amount of time before he eventually gets put in a pack and sent to a nursing home. Buckley just possesses way too much black hair force energy for Usman. We've seen how Usman deals with someone with black hair force energy before. He's 1-1. Alright, 1 win and 1 loss. His last fight against Chimaev was on short notice, up a weight class, so I'll grant him that excuse. But again, he's coming off a 2-year layoff, has no knees, and had to put the podcast with Cejudo on hold for this one. You know, that doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence. And he's fighting a guy in Buckley who's hungry, chasing a title, and has that black hair force energy. So, my final prediction, I'm going to go for a Joaquin Buckley win by 4th round TKO or Shadow Realm knockout. There is a world where Usman rolls back the years and puts on a performance, but I think his time is up. What do you guys think? Do you agree, disagree? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you enjoyed the videos and would like to support the channel, you can do that by buying me a coffee with the link in the description. That's it from me, and I'll see you in the next one.
What's good, nigga? Oh, my son.